Good morning, children. So, last class we discussed how to multiply in a scalar product, and today we'll discuss about vector product of two vectors. So, both are more important questions. Answers. The last question, last answer நல்லாவே அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். With example எப்படி அப்ளை பண்ணுறது. ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் யூ தரோ இட். நம்ம இதை காலேஜ்லேயும் ஹையர் கிளாஸ்லேயும் கண்டிப்பாக இதே 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்லேயும் நம்ம இந்த மெத்தடை வில் ஃபாலோ. ஸோ இப்போது நீங்கள் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா அப்போது நம்ம எக்ஸ்பிளேஷன் இல்லாமல் நெக்ஸ்ட் டு நெக்ஸ்ட் ஈஸியாக மூவ் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருக்கலாம். ஸோ ஹோப் ஆல் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் அபவுட் திஸ். Now we will see what is the vector product of two vectors. So when we are having two vectors, we know what is vector. Vectorன்றது என்னன்றது நமக்கு நல்லா கிளியராகவே தெரியும். There is a both magnitude and direction. Okay, there are more magnitude and direction which is called as vector. Scalar அப்படின்னா only magnitude will be there, there is no direction. இப்போ ரெண்டு வெக்டர் இருந்துச்சுன்னா how to do product அப்படின்றத இதில் பார்க்க போகிறோம். Okay, and we can define here the vector product or cross product of two vectors can be defined as we are producting the magnitude of two vectors. We are producting the magnitude of two vectors with sign of angle between them. ஸோ எப்படி அதை நம்ம மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணுறோம், ரெண்டு வெக்டர்ஸோட மேக்னிடியூடை நம்ம மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணிவிட்டு தென் சைன் ஆஃப் தட் ஆங்கிள் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோன்னா தட் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் வெக்டர் ப்ராடக்ட். அண்ட் ஹியர் we are following according with the right hand screw rule or right hand thumb rule. இதில் நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ணுவோம். We will see what is that. Say two vectors are there, a vector and b vector. These two vectors are taken as vector product. So then we can write as a vector cross b vector. The resultant vector is taken as c vector. Then we can write here the answer as c vector is equal to a vector cross b vector is equal to ab sin theta n cap. And the direction of a vector and b vector, that is c vector, is perpendicular to the plane containing, that is given in this equation. And n vector is right angle. N vector is what? Right angle. And here this we can explain with the law of screw, which gives the direction a vector cross b vector, that is c vector is explained. So in this note the right hand screw rule, right hand rule is given. The curvature of the fingers of right hand represent the sense of rotation of the object, means the perpendicular to the curvature of the fingers represent the direction of the resultant. Okay, the perpendicular to the representation is given as a resultant. That is explained here in this right hand rule. So the vector product a vector and b vector written as a vector cross b vector produces the third vector c vector. That is explained here with the help of right hand. Okay, that explained here for this vector. And now properties of vector product. So first property, the vector product of any two vector is always another vector whose direction is perpendicular to the plane containing the two vectors. Say we having the two vectors a vector and b vector, and the vectors a vector and b vector may or may not be mutual or orthogonal. Mutually orthogonal. This is first point. Always another vector whose direction are perpendicular to the plane. Its direction is always acting perpendicular to the plane. Then second point, the vector product of two vectors is not commutative. So it is not same. A vector cross b vector is not equal to b vector cross a vector. But a vector cross b vector is equal to minus of b vector cross a vector. So we can say it is not commutative. And then third point, the vector product of two vectors will have maximum magnitude when theta is 90 degree. Okay, so when minimum, when theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. If theta is maximum, means the equation will get a vector cross b vector maximum is equal to ab n cap. And the vector product of two non-zero vectors will be minimum when theta is 0 degree or 180 degree. Then we can write a vector cross b vector minimum is equal to 0. Okay, so because sin 0 or 180 will become 0 here. We are using the formula as ab sin theta, no. So sin is giving maximum when the theta is 90 degree, and minimum at 0 or 180 degree. So we can say the non-zero vectors vanishes if the vectors are either parallel or anti-parallel. If it is perpendicular, it gives the maximum value. Okay. And the fifth point, the self-cross product, that is the product of vector with itself, is a null vector. So when we are multiplying the same vector means it is giving the answer of 0 vector. So the null vector can be simply denoted with the 0 here in physics. And sixth point, the self vector product of unit vectors are the 0. So we know நம்ம எக்ஸாம் முன்னாடி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம். ஸோ கார்ட்டீசியன் கோஆர்டினேட் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோன்னா we are giving ijk for x, y, z respectively. So self cross means that will give the answer 0. Okay, self cross means that will give the answer 0. That we can write with the formula I cross I cap cross I cap, then j cap cross j cap, k cap cross k cap. All these three will give the answer of 0 vector. In case it is the orthogonal unit vectors of I cap, j cap and k cap means we can write the right hand screw rule I cap cross j cap which is equal to k cap. Then j cap cross k cap is equal to I cap. Then k cap cross I cap we can write as j cap. This is the rule number 7. So you have to thorough this. Suppose we having in opposite, see here this is I cap cross j cap, no, that is k cap. Suppose we are reversing, this means j cap cross I cap can be written as minus k cap. So like that, this one also, like the third one. So third one is given here, k cap cross I cap is equal to j cap, but I cap cross k cap means that we can write as minus j cap. Okay, so this is the answer we are getting here in this point number 7. In 8th point, in terms of component, the two vectors are multiplying means, so we are using here the method of matrices. Mathsல நீங்க படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. See here, two vectors values are given. So I, j, k is taken as a top, then ax, ay, then az, bx, by, bz, and we are multiplying this like ordinary matrices. I cap of ay, bz minus az, by plus j cap of ax, az, bx minus ax, bz plus k cap of ax, by minus ay, bx. This is the formula we are using. This is the method how to apply the terms here. Okay, and 9th point, if two vectors which is given a vector and b vector means it forms adjacent sides in parallelogram, then the magnitude can be written as a vector cross b vector will gives the area of parallelogram. What is that? It gives the area of parallelogram, that is explained here with the figure. Then 10th point, since we can divide the parallelogram into two equal triangles as shown like a figure 2.24, then the area of triangle can be written as half of a vector cross b vector. What? Half a vector cross b vector. This fact will be used in Kepler's law in unit number 6. In second volume we will use this formula. Okay, and this is we are dividing into two equal triangle, then we can use this formula. And the explanation, a number of quantities used in physics defined through vector products like a torque, angular momentum are defined through vector products. So you have to understand the vector products very clearly, and for that some examples are given. Tau vector is equal to r vector cross f vector means f vector is force and r vector is the position vector of a particle. Then angular momentum can be written here as r vector cross p vector, and here p is linear momentum. Then linear velocity can be written as omega into r. Here omega is called as angular velocity. So here totally 10 rules, 10 points are given here to explain how to use the vector product or the properties of the vector product. This is most important question. The rules நல்லா தரவு பண்ணுங்க. So vector product எப்பெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்றோமோ we should follow this. Okay, that is the thing here. Okay, then நம்ம 12th 11th hereafter யூஸ் பண்ணுற சம்ஸ்லையும் இதெல்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம். இப்போ தரவு பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா then it will be easy. இல்லை உங்களுக்கு அங்கே அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ண முடியாமல் போயிடும். Okay, and next see example 2.9, and in this question two vectors are given. One is r vector, next one is the f vector. Okay, so r vector values are 2 I cap, plus 3j cap plus 5k cap. So this is the value of r vector, and f vector values are given as 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 4k cap. The question is how to find out the resultant vector of torque. So formula for torque is the perpendicular distance. Torque 10th படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. ரெண்டு ஃபோர்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம்னா ஓகே, ஒரு ஃபோர்ஸ் இந்த டைரக்ஷன்லையும் இன்னொரு ஃபோர்ஸ் ஆப்போசிட்லையும் ஆக்ட் ஆகுது. சரியா, ரெண்டுத்தோட லைன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆக்ஷனும் இஸ் நாட் கோயின்சிடிங். இது ஒரு டைரக்ஷன், இது ஒரு டைரக்ஷன். அப்போது ரெண்டு ஃபோர்ஸ் இருக்கும்போது லைக் ஸ்டியரிங் எ கார், ஓப்பனிங் எ பென் கேப், டேப், இதெல்லாம் ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? அப்போ டு ஃபைண்ட் த டார்க் we'll multiply here any one of the force into perpendicular distance. Any one of the force into perpendicular distance, that will give the resultant of torque. Okay, இதான் டார்க்கோட ரிசல்ட்டை கொடுக்கும். Then we are writing the formula. So ijk, then we are writing the values 235, 3 minus 2, 4. Then we are multiplying here. See the first step, I நம்ம காமனாக எடுத்திருக்கோம். ஓகேவா? ஸோ இந்த ரோவையும் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோமா, இந்த ரோவை ஃபுல்லாக விட்டுருங்க. ஸோ இந்த ரோவையும் ஃபுல்லாக விட்டுருங்க. அப்போ கிராஸ் 3 into 4, it will become 12. Then in the cross 5 into minus 2. Okay, in the cross minus in the opposite 5 into minus 2 will become minus 10. Already ஒரு மைனஸ் இருந்தால ப்ளஸ் 10 ஆயிரும். இது ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஸ்டெப் ஃபார் ஐ. தென் ஃபார் ஜே என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா, ஸோ ஜே எடுக்கிறோமோ அப்போ இந்த ரோ ஃபுல்லாக விட்டுருவோம், இந்த ரோவையும் ஃபுல்லாக விட்டுருவோம் எக்ஸப்ட் ஜே. இப்போ ஜே காமனாக எடுத்துக்கிட்டு நவ் யூ சி ஹியர் வி கேன் டூ 5 into 3. ஓகேவா, இட் இஸ் 15 மைனஸ் திஸ் கிராஸ் 2 into 4 minus 8 j cap plus நெக்ஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணுறோன்னா k cap காமனாக எடுத்துக்கிட்டோன்னா அந்த ரோ ஃபுல்லாக விட்டுருங்க, k விட்டுருங்க, இந்த ரோ தென் இந்த ரோ ஃபுல்லாக விட்டுட்டு தென் இதை மட்டும் கன்சிடர் பண்ணோன்னா 2 into minus 2 will become minus 4, then minus 3 into 3 is 9 minus 9 k cap. Okay, now we are solving this. 12 minus of minus 10 is 22 I cap. Then 15 minus 8 is 7, 7 j cap minus 13 k cap. This is answer for this. Okay, so j cap எடுக்கும்போது நம்ம இங்கே ப்ளஸ் எடுத்துக்கிட்டதுனால we are doing in reverse. So first one என்ன எப்படி பண்ணுமோ அதுக்கு ரிவர்ஸாக பண்ணுறோம். இங்கே ப்ளஸ்ன்றதுனால அப்போசிட்டாக பண்ணிவிட்டு எகெயின் ப்ளஸ் போட்டுட்டு ஆஸ் யூஸ்வல் மெத்தட். ஓகே, இன் சம் கேசஸ் மேட்ரிக்ஸில் நீங்கள் படிச்சுருப்பீங்க, இந்த டேர்ம் மைனஸாக எடுத்துக்கிட்டோன்னா we can do the ordinary like that. Okay, both methods are same. புரியுதா? ஸோ when we are choosing I cap மட்டும் எடுக்கிறப்போ இந்த ரோவையும் நெக்லெக்ட் பண்ணிடணும், I காமனாக எடுத்துக்கணும். J cap அப்படின்றப்போ this row and this row will be neglected. K அப்படின்றப்போ these two rows will be neglected. Then we are getting the answer for this vector product. So this is the method for vector products. Okay, and next we'll check the properties of the components of vectors. Say the two vectors are equal. ரெண்டு வெக்டர் ஈக்குவலாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா we can write the components is also equal. A vector is equal to B vector. So A vector can be expanded here. Ax I cap plus Ay j cap plus Az k cap is equal to, like that we can expand the B as Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap. And here we can equate Ax is equal to Bx, Ay is equal to By, and Az is equal to Bz. So this is the property we are seeing for components of the vector. Now one more example, 2.10, and here the question, listen the question, compare the components for the following vectors equations. Two equations are given. F vector is equal to ma vector. F vector is equal to what? Ma vector, and here m is positive number. Then momentum p vector is equal to, we can given as 0. So we are applying for first case. In first case, the formula given in question is F is equal to ma vector. Then F is expanded here. F எப்படி expand பண்ணுறோன்னா F x I cap, because x y z will be taken as what? I j k. F x I cap, then F y j cap plus F z k cap is equal to mன்றது என்னது? It is positive number. It is constant. அதை விட்டுருங்க. Then Aவுக்கு மட்டும் நம்ம அப்ளை பண்ணோன்னா ma x I cap plus this A vector is expanded as ma y j cap plus m a z k cap. So now we are comparing these two. We can write the equation fx is equal to, we can write as max and fy is may, then fz is equal to maz. And this answer implies the one vector equation is equivalent to three scalar quantities, three scalar equations. Have you understood, children? Now for case B, this is for momentum. The value is given for momentum is 0. Then we can write, we are expanding the momentum px I cap plus py j cap plus pz k cap. Then the right hand side 0 is expanded as 0 I cap plus 0 j cap plus 0 k cap. We are comparing the components, then we will get the answer. Px is equal to 0, then py is equal to what? 0, then pz is also 0. So this is the answer for this component. Okay, next example 2.11. Determine the value of the t from the vector equation. So 5 j cap minus t j cap is equal to 6 j cap plus 3 t j cap. Okay, this is the question, and we are so this is the t from the given vector equation. So 5 j cap minus t j cap is equal to 6 j cap plus 3 t j cap, and here we having a solution. By comparing the components on both the sides, we can write here 5 minus 6 equal to 3t plus t. We are comparing both the sides. So 5 minus 6 will become minus 1 and 3t plus t will become 4t. Then we are sending to left hand side minus 1 by 4. So this is the answer for t. Okay, and next one more example 2.12. Compare the components of vector equation f1 vector plus f2 vector plus f3 vector is equal to taken as f4 vector, and here we can resolve all the vectors as x, y and z component with respect to the Cartesian coordinate, and then we can expand that. For f1 vector we can write as f1x plus f2x plus f3x is equal to f4x, and for y we can take as f1y plus f2y plus f3y is equal to f4y. When we are comparing the z component, means we can write the same equation as f1z plus f2z plus f3z, that is equal to, we can take as f4z. Okay, so here it is compared in example 2.12. So using these examples, children, you may understand how to apply the vector product, and how we are expanding the given vector value with the help of x, y, z coordinate, and how to apply for x, y, z with the help of I, j, k also you may understood. Okay, if you have any doubt, let me know. I will explain you. And for today's homework, you study all the properties. Okay, so here the definition of two vectors product is given there. You study the properties of vector product, all the points with example. It starts from first point and it ends up to here with the example. Till example you study all the points. Okay, first you thorough this answer, these 10 points with example with diagrams. Okay, all the three diagrams. Then after thoroughing this, you write in your homework part. Then you take photocopy. Then you send that image to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, hope all you understood about today's class. This is basic for you. If you understand this in future for other derivation, it will be useful more. Okay, இதில் நீ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணாமல் சும்மா மக்கப் பண்ணி படித்தேன்னா அங்கே நம்ம ரிமைனிங் டெரிவேஷன் வந்து யூ வில் நாட் ஏபிள் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் த ஆன்சர். இதை பேஸ் பண்ணி வெக்டர் ப்ராடக்ட்டும் ஸ்கேலார் ப்ராடக்ட்டும் பேஸ் பண்ணி வில் டிஸ்கஸ் மோர் கொஷின்ஸ். So be aware and thoroughly. Okay, children, and rest of the topics we'll discuss in upcoming classes. Thank you, children.